What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is DaviFX. As you can see on my screen, I added some, contact info, website, and Instagram because there's a lot of scammers, a lot of fake accounts that are creating not just Instagram accounts and trying to scam people using my name, but also they managed to make, Telegram groups with more fake subscribers and also trying to scam people. So all the information and all the real accounts are here on my screen. You can see them, and if you want to contact me and ask me questions, you can feel free to do that. Right? So without further ado, let's jump into analysis. As I promised, and as I always do on Mondays, I share analysis in the free group as well. And for the other days, I only share it in my private group. So without further ado, let's look at gold. And there's very, very interesting and important things I want to talk about on gold because I really like what I see here. So if we start on the daily time frame, what do we see? We see a lot of bullish momentum to the upside, a lot of bullish movement, a lot of bulls. But if we look at a little bit closely and a little bit more in the present, we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive bearish candles, and as the price approached this daily support, the price started moving higher, but the momentum and the candles were not very, very strong. As you can see, as the price was approaching this supply area, we started to have more and more long wicks to the upside, showing rejection and showing weakness from the bulls, right? So let's have that in our minds. Once we drop to the 2-hour time frame, 2-hour time frame, what can we see as well? We can see the head and shoulders pattern, which is reversal pattern. And every time you see head and shoulders pattern, most of the times you will see a reversal in the markets. So something like this happening. And this is what we see at the moment right here. The price approached this supply area, which is also a right shoulder of our head and shoulders. And you can see that we are starting to see some rejection. So the market and the price is at the very, very key area where we are going to see where the price moves next. And if the price is able to break above this supply, it has two things. It means that this head and shoulders was invalidated, and that this daily support was respected, so the price is ready to move higher. But if the price ends up respecting the supply in the supply area, also this head and shoulders pattern, we might see the price to come back, move lower and come back to the support, if not move even lower to some other key areas. So at this moment, my main bias and my main setup is basically to wait. If I see this next 2-hour candle to close like this or even more bearish, I'm gonna look for short positions because I really like the rejections that we have here and the rejection that we have here, even though we had a nice momentum approaching this area. So once again, two scenarios: the price either breaks above and continues higher, or the price respects this, as we see right here, and we're good to look for short opportunities down to the next support or down to the next key areas. So this is gold. On US 30, another interesting scenario, right? So we have a daily resistance. Let me kind of delete this. Let me clean this up for you guys, right? So this is daily time frame, and what do we see? We see some key areas. So first we see this daily support. We can see how the price broke above it and retested it, which showing some nice rejection and nice momentum to the upside. And now the price is sitting around this daily resistance, right? So what do I see just looking at the candles? I see that the price broke above the resistance, which is now serving as support, right? So we can change this color. This is our support. Another thing that I see on the daily candle is that we don't have a wick at the top. So there's a potential that the price is eventually gonna move higher to form this wick. Of course, there's still probabilities that the price may just go lower without forming any wicks. But the more likely scenario is that the price will want to come back and form a wick, especially since the price is sitting at this daily support and these daily candles broke above it. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we do have a beautiful pullback demand area. So this is another key level. Now look at how it perfectly aligns with our daily support. So we don't have just the daily support, we also have a 4-hour demand. So I expect the price to move. If the price ends up moving higher, I think this is the area where the price is gonna do exactly that. So only thing I'm waiting for is some bullish market structure, because at this moment, if we look at 1 hour or like 30-minute time frame, we see that the price is forming lower lows and lower highs, showing us a bearish market structure. So for me to enter this trade, I would love to see the price to form a bullish market structure by breaking this market structure here to the left, right? So we have lower low, lower high, lower low, and if the price is able to break above this lower high, I think it's a nice and beautiful confirmation that the price is ready to move higher. Now for me to look for shorts, I really think I would love to see the price, the daily candle, to close below this daily support, which would turn it into resistance. And we could definitely use the same zone to look for shorts. So if, for example, if this daily candle today closes below this daily support, this could be a nice setup to the downside. But so far, I really like the price action, and I really think we're going to start winning some trades. On US 100, this is what we have. Let's start with the weekly. Let's clean this up. So we have a daily support, right? Multiple rejections as resistance, multiple rejections as support. And we have a daily resistance, multiple rejections, and we just recently rejected this, right? So if we drop to the lower time frame, what do we see? What do we see on the candles? We see how the previous daily candle closed bearish, right? But this next daily candle left a little gap. So I do believe once again that the price needs to move a little bit higher to fill that gap before it eventually dropping or going higher. But at this moment, honestly, the price is in the middle of the range between support and resistance. So I would love the price to first touch the support before looking for long positions, or touch the resistance before looking for short positions. So at this moment, I am looking to be patient. I'm going to be patient with my setups. But yeah, this is what we have. Let's pull out a Fibonacci. Yeah, we can see how perfectly at the moment the price is respecting the 0.618 level, right? So we might expect a move to the upside, especially since we also have this gap. We have a pullback supply. So if this happens, this could be a potential setup. If I were to take this setup, I would definitely use a lower risk on this one, because once again, we are still in the middle of the range, right? But I really like what I see here. We do have a nice momentum to the upside here. We do have a nice support, has been respected throughout this whole price action market structure. And we do have, as we could call, a nice pullback. So there's a potential that the price might move higher after breaking the supply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell alert and wait for the price to break above this area. Right, and US 500, I'm not going to expand on this one. Very, very similar as US 100, is just not as clean. We do have a lot of choppiness. As you can see in these markets, this is where you need to survive and not to make money. And this is what we have at the moment. I don't really like this. I'm not going to analyze this because I'm not going to use this. USD JPY, let's look at USD JPY. Just look at the price action overall, right? So we have a strong, crazy strong momentum to the upside, right? The price moving higher with a lot of momentum to the upside. This is daily time frame. We have the price forming lower lows, higher highs and higher lows, right? Is this a reversal right here? Potentially. But so far, if we look at the market structure, resistance, support, resistance, support. So there's a potential that the price and the strength from US dollar is going to come back, and the price is going to start moving up, forming another higher high, right? So it's just like a steps, first floor, second floor, third floor, there's a potential that the price is going to reverse and move higher. Let's zoom in a little bit more. We can see how this support is being respected. We can see multiple days of rejection, potential double bottom right on this area. So we could definitely see some strength from the US dollar, and USD JPY start to move higher. Now, once I drop to the 4-hour time frame, you can see how the price is below the daily support. But since this is a daily support, for it to be invalidated, you want to see a daily candle to close below it. Now, since the price is below, it doesn't mean that this daily support was invalidated, since daily candle is still, as you can see, haven't closed below. So a scenario that I would be looking for, once again, a nice supply which is interfering with the support. If we break above, I think this could be a great scenario where the price could move higher. Also, this could be a potential double bottom right at the daily support. Right, guys, so this was a pretty long one, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and this is what I have for Monday and this upcoming week. Take care.